Hi everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I am so happy to be here with you. I am coming to you on a rainy day today, but it is a great day to be crafting, right? What else are you gonna do when it's raining? So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna show you how to make this adorable windmill treat box that holds these really cute windmill cookies. I got them at Aldi's, but I think that Pepperidge Farm also has some spice cookies that have the windmill shape, so check that out if you don't have an Aldi's near you. I'm using the Tulip Fields Bundle. As you can see, I've put together this beautiful windmill from these dies. These right here is a little row of tulips that I have along the bottom of my box. The holder for the cookies is actually clear envelope. So I'm going to show you how to use all of these products. Let's go ahead and get started with our project today. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to work on the cookies first and get that part out of the way. So when you get a clear envelope, they have an angled section with a piece of adhesive that you pull this back off and then you put it down and you can close your clear envelope on your card, and then you have this really cool envelope to hold your card. We're gonna slice it right along that end there, right along the piece that holds the envelope so that it's even. So I'm just gonna stick it in my little cutter here and I'm just gonna trim this section away. So now my envelope is completely straight across the top. And I'm gonna discard that top section, I don't need it. All right, let's make sure my space is clean. And I have 4 cookies here that I'm going to insert into my bag. So I'm gonna grab them. They're stacked on top of each other. There we go. And I'm gonna place them in this corner. Just like that. I'll grab this one. It's wanting to not behave. There we go. So we'll place that in that corner there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this around the side to the back. And then I'm gonna push my cookies down so that they're in the base of my little envelope here. Takes a little finagling, but let me get my baggie out of the way. There we go. So I'm gonna hold it tight. And you can see the bottom is a little bit wonky, but it's gonna work out as soon as we tie the top. So now I'm gonna grab the top and I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it together and give it a little twist. That will help when I go to tie my ribbon. So I have a length here of ribbon and it is about 14 to 16 inches. And it is our polished pink open weave ribbon. So I'm gonna tie my cookies into the envelope by cinching the top section. So I'm just gonna make a knot and I'm gonna pull it tight and I'm gonna slide it down. So as I am pulling on this ribbon, I'm sliding it down and I'm gonna tie another knot on top of that one. So now I have 2 knots. That's really securing my cookies in place. And you can see that once I do that, they kind of fall in line and my little bag becomes the perfect bottom for it. So we're gonna go ahead and tie a bow now. So we'll loop and bring this piece through. And we'll get it as big or small as you prefer your bows. So I like mine kind of medium. I like to have some tails and I don't like the loops to be too big. So I'm gonna pull on this one a little bit. There we go. So there's my cute bow. And then I'm gonna bring in my scissors here and I'm gonna trim my ends like so. And then this is ready to go into our box. So now it's time to make our box. Let me pull the cookies out so that you can see those. And here is our box. This is what it looks like. You have the windmill backing and you have the windmill on the front complete. And so I'm gonna make this bottom section of our box first. So we're gonna take this piece here, and it is 3 7/8. 3 7/8 by 3. And I'm going to use my Simply Score tool. Don't mind the rain if you can hear it. It is raining pretty loud here. Like I said, perfect day for crafting. So we're going to put our piece in at the 3 7/8 along the top and the 3 inches down the side. And along the long side, we're going to score at 1 inch and at 2 7/8. Then we're going to turn it so that the short side is on the top, the 3 inch, and then the 3 7/8 is along the side. And we're going to score at 1, and we're going to score at 2. Just like that. So then this is going to form the bottom of our box. So what I'm going to do here is these are going to be, this is the bottom, this is the front and the back, and these are going to be the sides. So we're not going to cut anything away, but we're going to trim into it. So I'm going to use a thick bladed scissor, and I'm going to trim my piece here straight across because this is going to be the side that shows. So I want to do straight across on these 2 sides there, but I'm gonna angle cut this side, and I'm gonna angle cut this side. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna cut these sides straight because those are what are gonna show on the sides, and then we're gonna angle cut because these are gonna reinforce our sides. And we're going to also angle cut on the outer edges, just like that. So grab a screenshot if you wish of our box once it's been cut. We're going to use our bone folder here, and we are going to turn our pieces in. Again, this side. And then I'm also going to do the back and the front here. All right, so this forms our box. This is going to be the outside. These tabs get turned in like so, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to turn these in, and then this one comes up, and that forms our base of our box. So let's go ahead and put some adhesive. I'm going to use wet glue. I like the strength of it and how it holds. So we're going to turn this one in first. I'm going to make it straight right there. I'm going to just hold that. All right. And then we're going to turn the other one in as well. I have a little bit of overhang here. I'm going to trim that. We'll glue this one into place. And that will form that box side. I'm just going to hold it for a second till it bonds, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to put some adhesive, and we're going to bring that side until it's even. And I have a tiny overhang on this side. Trim that away, and then we'll do the adhesive on the, whoops, wrong side. Let me grab a little bit of baby wipe to the rescue. I always have a baby wipe. I put it on the wrong side. I want to put the adhesive on this flap here. I almost put glue on the inside of my box, didn't I? So let's go ahead and put that there. The paper will dry and the baby wipe won't hurt it at all. So if you grab it really quickly, you can fix your little problems if you ever have that by having a baby wipe on hand. All right, so there is my box bottom. This is what's gonna hold my cookies in place. Okay, so here's the cookies front that we just tied earlier. And I'm gonna take these pieces and kind of turn these in, and once you've put them in your box, they will mold to your box and be good to go. But that's where those are going to live, okay? So let's go ahead and start with our windmill assembly. I'm going to move these over. And I'm gonna get my bone folder out of the way. All right, so let's start with the front of our windmill. So we're going to layer this Melon Mambo pink detailed over this basic white, and I used thick basic white. I wanted it to have some hold and some body to it. So we're going to put adhesive on this piece here. And I'm just going to run it on the spots that have larger, and then along the edges because I want the edges to stick. And we're going to grab my tweezers so that I don't get glue on my hands. And we will go ahead and lay this down on top and get it to grab. And like I said, I always keep a baby wipe on hand, so I will clean off our silicone mat. And I will use my fingers to press and hold until this is stuck. Then we're going to put some adhesive. I wanted, when you pulled the cookies out of the box, I wanted you to see a pink windmill in the back, so I have glued a second piece over the top of this one so that from when the cookies are out of your treat box, you have that nice cohesive pink look there. So we'll glue that right over the top of that one. So there is our front section. Now we're going to glue our little tulips along our box. So I'm going to pull my box over here, and we have the tulips. We have a set in Blushing Bride that's going to go along this bottom section, and it fits perfectly, this die, on this box that I've designed. And then we have our Highland Heather. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put a little dot of glue on each of these tulips to help bond those to the box. And then I'm going to use my tweezers to place. And I'm going to start on this side here, and I'm going to just hold it for a second and get it to grab, and it did. And then I'm just going to kind of follow my box all the way around, and you can see how it fits perfectly onto our box all the way around. So there is our first row. We're going to do the same thing to our Highland Heather tulips. Put little dots, and we're going to grab with our tweezers, and then these are just going to interlock right on top. Same thing, we're going to press those into place, and whoops, I didn't hold them good enough, so they're not sticking. There we go. And then we're going to press those tulips into place right along our box. There we go. Looks pretty awesome. Now we can attach our windmill, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and press a hole right here where this hole is. I'm going to use my take your pick tool. I'm just going to press it in until I've made a hole there. And we have 2 windmill blades. Okay, again, like I said, I wanted everything to be cohesive in the back. So I'm going to glue these 2 blades together with the pink in the back. And then we are going to attach our windmill blades together. All right, so we're going to put these white ones on top and just make sure that they line up so that from the front you only see the white. All right, so see, from the front you only see the white, but they're pink backed. And let me clean my silicone mat. I'm gonna clean off any glue that's showing to the back. All right, so there's our blades. And I'm going to color with the Melon Mambo. This is the Melon Mambo Light. Right along the blade here. I'm gonna go over it twice. And I'm gonna work my way on all 4 of them. So we do have a little bit of the pink in the front, just on that blade section. I have some glue there and it doesn't want to grab to the glue. All right, so there is that. And let me clean my mat in case I got some of that glue on there. All right, so now we can attach our blades onto our windmill and then we can glue it onto our card. So I'm using the round and square brads, and I'm gonna look for a small white one if I can find. See how many there are. There's lots of them, and you have the squares, and they come in both colors. And then you have the little ones, which is what I'm looking for, the white small one. All right. So we're gonna put it through our hole here in our die and through this windmill in the back. And then I'm going to take my pieces and put them like so. Whoops, I left one out, sorry. And then we're going to go ahead and attach our windmill. We'll go ahead and attach our other pink one to the back here. So we'll do that one first. And then we'll do the full assembly. So we're gonna attach this one onto the back. So I'm gonna put some adhesive, and we're gonna do down this section here. It's not just this bottom, just to help secure it nicely. So this larger, wider piece is gonna go first. I'll show you. So we're gonna put those 2 pieces so that it really anchors and holds on. We'll go ahead and attach that. I'm gonna hold it in place for a minute and let it grab. Just like that. So there's our back, and let's do our front windmill, same thing. We want to put our adhesive along this section here and then down here. All right, and let's grab our little windmill and we will place it on our front. I'm just gonna hold it for a second in place. Get it to grab. Perfect. And let's go ahead and put our cookies inside. There we go. So there is our cute little windmill cookie treat holder. Let's do the original one. Put those cookies in there as well. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed watching me put this together. I certainly enjoyed making it for you. I hope that you will watch me again. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and I will bring you back some more videos. Definitely check the description below where I have all of the links to the products that I used, and you guys can check it out. I hope that you watch me again soon. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!